inductee this evening is a gentleman who I first met, and I was trying to figure out the year, and I just couldn't get there. When you've had 25 years in a place, they kind of run together, so I'm sure many of you know what that means. But I do remember the situation, and that is I was with the distributor, and we were going to meet with this gentleman to talk about this new program we were putting together called the Factory Authorized Dealer Program. And we wanted to get his input and talk to him about why we thought he would be a great candidate for this program. So let's take a look at our first induction video.
I've never met anyone who gives more of themselves to help other people than Richard. Whether it's his family, our employees, our customers, or the community as a whole, his first thought is, how can I help?
He actually won the award last year in our organization for Unsung Hero. He's somebody who doesn't want to be recognized or be publicly thanked about the kind of work that he's doing. He's the behind-the-scenes guy, and those kind of people are so critically important to the infrastructure of our community.
Richard's name should not be Richard, it should be there, because that's what he is. He's always there. When we need a volunteer to step forward to do something, Richard's there. When I need some personal advice or counsel about things that are happening in the HV industry, Richard's there. When I need someone to accompany me on Capitol Hill in going to meet with agency people in the EPA or DOE, Richard's there.
When he gets involved, it's going to get done. It's going to be done right.
Here I am in a service business, and I enjoy doing that, and I get paid for it. So with other things, though, it just, when somebody asks for help, whether it's helping them plow their driveway or fix their air conditioner or whatever, or help out with a project because somebody's not being heard in Annapolis or something, you know, it just comes naturally, and it's very satisfying to me to provide service. I was one of 7 children. College was not only mentally but financially wasn't in something I could do. Right out of high school in the Navy, I worked on nuclear missiles on a nuclear submarine. And when I got out, I decided I was going to go to college and get that piece of paper. But I got married as soon as I got out of the Navy and had to work my way through college, and I found a job doing heating and air conditioning with my first partner.
Environmental Systems was founded by my father back in 1972. Richard is a second cousin of mine on my mother's side. I guess my father was looking for someone to help him, and Richard started doing that while he was in college.
My last semester, I was carrying 18 hours and working 30 hours a week in environmental systems. So, you know, we grew through the 70s and 80s doing more service, got into new construction.
Carrier was our major line from the get-go. Over the years, we've dealt with a lot of different representatives from Carrier, and those relationships have been beneficial to us.
He understands us and how we do things, and we understand him very well. And it makes for a partnership that's really, really hard to break.
He's always the first guy to, you know, sell the new piece of high-end equipment we come out with. And often he's giving us feedback about our new products, our new marketing systems, our new software, whatever it may be.
Working with somebody who is innovative as Carrier has worked very well for us, because in our community, the 2 largest employers are Northrop Grumman and the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab. So there are more postgraduate degrees in this area, and we are able to keep up with them and show them the latest stuff. And give them the products that they want.
He's known as Mr. Residential Air Conditioning Guy in Howard County.
Environmental Systems has been here for quite a long time and has really stayed solely focused on this county of Howard County and wanting to be the top provider in this community.
He has such a dominance here. It's just a testament to how well they run their company and the quality work they do.
And with that, I think that they've won numerous, you know, local awards for, you know, service company and all that.
I don't know how many years consecutive they've been Contractor of the Year, but we refer just about anything that we don't do to them just because he does such a fantastic job.
We like what we're doing and the customers seem to appreciate it. We love supporting the community that supports us, and it's been a great partnership.
His business is his life, but I think the ARC is his other life. It's a huge part of who he is and how he gives back to the community.
This is a big one, Linda. No, 200 pieces. Then somebody gave us 300.
This one was a little tough.
The ARC of Howard County is an organization that works with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
I have 2 sisters with mental disabilities, and a lot of his charity work and community work centers around that, and wanting to make better lives for people with disabilities.
The work that he's done at the ARC is pretty amazing in terms of helping them with a large capital campaign. He's held probably all the elective offices on the board of directors over the years. He is just somebody who has that belief that you give back and that you be involved and that you're wanting to leave this place better than when you got here, kind of thing.
Richard has been tremendously supportive to very diverse parts of our county, from physically and mentally challenged populations to our clients who are generally low-income families. For about the last 5 or 6 years, he's donated an entire system to us each year, and it's made a life-changing difference for the people that he donates those equipments to.
He gives to others but doesn't want anyone else to know. He doesn't want any credit, and he gives selflessly, and I admire that in him so greatly. He's the best man I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in bringing Richard Dean to the stage.
Thank you. First, I'd like to say there's nothing better than having your daughter say something like that about you.
You're a little taller than me.
Without heels, yes. Yeah. I'm honored and a little overwhelmed to accept this award, and I share it with my business partner, Michael Hendricks, and our entire team at Environmental Systems Associates. The award is especially important to us because we recognize that it is not an award just for simply moving product, but rather for loyalty in our business relationships, service to the HVAC industry, and perhaps most importantly, service to our community. Much of what we have accomplished could not have been done without the strength of the business and personal relationships we have built over the 44 years we have been in business. First, I'd like to thank my family, and especially my wife, Carol, for all the support I have received through the years and continue to receive. As our children have grown, moved out on their own careers, and had children of their own, it is always a challenge to get all of us together for special occasions. So I was very pleased and proud that all 5 of my children were willing to come and bring the 4 grandchildren from the East Coast to be here with us. My daughter, Caitlin, who works with me and keeps me grounded, did point out that we will be only 30 minutes from Disneyland, and that may have contributed to their enthusiasm. Next, I would like to thank the Carrier Corporation. Not only have they been for their gracious hospitality that they have extended to my family since we got here, but also for the long-standing, mutually beneficial relationship we continue to enjoy. While serving with the leadership of ACCA, I have had repeated opportunities to meet with the leadership of manufacturers and distributors, One of the most important things that I have taken away from those recurring meetings is that the manufacturers and distributors have very different business plans than we do as contractors. I was especially pleased by Chris Nelson's restatement of our manufacturing partners' business plan this morning. As I was getting ready for this evening's program, I noted that my suit was made in Spain, my shoes in Italy, my iPhone and tie in China, and as a baby boomer, my hearing aids in Denmark. Last month, my company took delivery on 2 new Dodge trucks, one from Mexico and one from Turkey. Our contracting business plan is to continue to deal with the partner who delivers the innovation, quality products, technical support, marketing, and other business tools that has given us an edge over our competition for these 44 years. As we contractors know, not having a good distributor and territory manager can make your life miserable. When I first started in business 40 years ago, I was working my way through the University of Maryland and stopping in my local Carrier distributor a few days a week to pick up equipment and parts. And a young guy named Jim Vickers was a counterperson there. He is still there today, but now as the Washington market manager for Carrier Enterprise Mid-Atlantic, and still a friend. I still have the same job. My territory manager, Kevin Sharp, who has been with us for 8 years, is here tonight, and we're very pleased to have him working with us. Next, I would like to thank the contracting community. Through our involvement with ACCA on a local and national level, I have come to learn that the contractors I meet are most generous with their time and talent and are always willing to share what they have learned over their careers. I was in a mixed group for 15 years and had to resign from the group that I was in to meet my local time commitments. But I'm especially pleased to find the third page. To see a member of my group at the next table, as I was in their mixed group. There is something to be said for the company you keep. Lastly, I would like to thank our community back in Howard County, Maryland. The people we serve are the best customers in the world. Their loyalty has allowed us to grow and prosper over the years, and we return that loyalty. We are especially pleased to have built relationships with our local nonprofits that assume the difficult task of identifying the most needy in our community so that we can continue doing what we do best. And again, we thank Carrier. While I have always believed that service is its own reward, there is nothing more satisfying to us than to have someone acknowledge that we have made a positive difference in our community. And lastly, I'm very, very thankful that I've been able to raise my family in the United States of America. Thank you.